They said some stories hide in shadows, some whispers never meet the light. Yet when Chang Wook and Yoon crossed paths, even silence felt too bright. A tale of glances, a secret sign, a rhythm that no script could bind. And fans began to wonder deeply, what was written, left behind? For dramas end with credits rolling, but feelings linger, soft and true. And when Chang Wook spoke in interviews, his words seemed stitched with glue. Little phrases, tiny tokens, scattered lines like falling leaves. Hidden letters, unsent confessions, truths the heart alone conceives. It started first on quiet evenings, when cameras weren't meant to roll. When Yoon's laugh cut through the stillness, and Chang Wook lost his role. He scribbled notes between rehearsals, folded neatly, tucked away. Words he'd never dare to utter, yet he penned them every day. Fans recall that famous moment, in a press meet long ago. When he spoke of someone special, in a voice both soft and low. He smiled, then quickly changed the subject, brushed the meaning from the scene. But the sparkle in his pupils whispered truths that lay between. For letters don't need paper always, they can live in simple signs. In a gaze that lasts a moment, in two paths that intertwine. Every pause, each hesitation, every playful gentle tease became a language of its own, a message carried by the breeze. Yoon noticed, fans could see it, in the way she'd hide a grin. As if she'd found a secret answer to the riddle locked within. And Chang Wook, though the world was watching, let his careful mask slip too. As if his eyes were pens and paper, writing all he wished she knew. Bloggers filled their pages quickly, forums roared with every clip. Screenshots frozen, zoomed in closely, did his fingers brush her wrist? Look again, the fans kept shouting, see the way he says her name. He is telling us a story, hiding love inside the frame. And so the legend only deepened, whispers swirling into flame. That unseen letters passed between them, though they never looked the same. Maybe tucked in scripts and covers, maybe hidden in a song. Maybe just in fleeting glances that had lingered all along. Some say once, behind the curtain, Chang Wook hummed a tune so sweet. And the lyrics, though unfinished, seemed to place her at its seat. Yoon smiled but turned away then, fans could see the blush appear. As if she'd heard the hidden letter only meant for her to hear. Imagine late nights on the rooftop, stars above, the world asleep. Chang Wook holding onto papers full of words he could not speak. Dear Yoon, perhaps they started, though the world would never know. There are truths within my heartbeat that my actions cannot show. The drama's plot had tied their fates, but destiny wrote more between. Scenes unscripted, unrecorded, lines the cameras never seen. She would bring him cups of coffee, he would shield her from the rain. And each moment, though so fleeting, left behind a sweet refrain. Fans began to search for patterns, in the answers that he gave. Every interview became a puzzle, every smile a clue to save. When he spoke of letters waiting, or of words not yet revealed, he was feeding all the whispers with the truths he never sealed. And Yoon too was not so silent, though her grace kept secrets near. She once mentioned in a briefing, there are voices I still hear. A reporter asked her quickly if she meant a fan or friend. She just laughed and dodged the question, leaving rumors with no end. The letters lived in subtle gestures, hidden well but never gone. Like the way he'd glance at Yoon when the cameras lingered on. Like the way her laughter softened when his jokes were not that strong. Like the way they both kept standing close though others moved along. Some say love is loud and burning, others whisper it is still. But for them it seemed like poetry, crafted not by force but will. A secret novel never published, pages torn before the ink. Yet each fragment held a story, more profound than one might think. Chang Wook once was asked directly if he'd ever write a song. For the woman he admired most, someone dear he's loved so long. He just smiled and gave no answer, but he tapped the desk 2 times. And fans swore that was a signal, coded deep within the rhymes. Unseen letters are not always written down with hand or pen. They are etched in fleeting moments, in the silence shared by friends. They are carved into the pauses, they are drawn into the eyes. They are words that cross the distance, even when the tongue denies. So the fans, like faithful readers, kept decoding line by line. Every pause and every whisper, every slip he left behind. Some believed the tale was certain, some believed it was a dream. But all agreed that Chang Wook's letters carried more than what they seemed. And Yoon, with her quiet kindness, played her part within the play. Never speaking, never breaking, yet her smile gave it away. For sometimes love is not confession shouted loud for all to hear. It is found in tiny moments that repeat year after year. The unseen letters still keep floating, scattered whispers in the wind. And the story has no ending, for the truth lies deep within. Maybe one day he will read them, maybe one day she will know that the words he never uttered were the ones that made her glow. So fans keep waiting, keep on hoping, for the day the veil will fall, when the hidden notes and secrets finally answer every call. But until then, we live with echoes, in the lines he never said. In the unseen letters written gently, living loudly in our heads. And so the tale keeps turning pages, like a novel left unread. Every smile another chapter, every gaze a word unsaid. Chang Wook and Yoon, a story carved in subtle streams, where reality and fiction blend into eternal dreams. Unseen letters, hidden meanings, folded tight within the heart. Somewhere love is still unfinished, somewhere waiting to restart. And if fate allows tomorrow, and if courage finds its way, perhaps the letters will be spoken, turning night into the day. But until that moment rises, fans will treasure what they know. That the love between two people often speaks in silent glow. For the words that Chang Wook carried, though they never met the air, still belong to Yoon only, in a bond too strong to share. The story ends but never truly, for the letters still remain. In the laughter, in the silence, in the joy and in the pain. And the world will keep on watching, searching deep in every frame, for the messages Chang Wook hid, and the heart that Yoon claimed. That night on the rooftop, the city slept while the stars kept watch. Chang Wook sat quietly with a folded paper in his hand, the ink still fresh, the words still trembling. It wasn't a script, not a line to memorize, it was a letter he'd never send. Dear Yoon, it began, though he whispered it instead of writing more, afraid that even the night breeze might carry it away. He glanced at the door, half hoping she would appear, half fearing she might. Below, the laughter of the crew faded, leaving only silence and moonlight. Chang Wook looked at the page, then at the sky, and smiled sadly. What could he write that she didn't already see in his eyes? What words could capture the way her laughter made hours feel like minutes? And so, he folded the letter again, pressing it close to his chest. He didn't need to give it to her. The message was already there, carved into every glance, every pause, every unspoken moment they shared. Some letters don't need delivery. Some letters live in silence. And that night, under the stars, Chang Wook let his heart write to Yoon without ever saying a word.